welcome back to another Comet podcast. I have another special guest with me. We're highlighting our seniors right now. We have Miguel. Say hi, Miguel.
Hello, I'm Miguel Ceballos.
Oh, and I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Dr. Bailey. So this is, as normal, this is just a pretty informal podcast, but today have a specific audience in mind. We're looking to getting ready for our 5th grade parents coming to visit us. We have a special OCP experience tour happening on 2/29 Thursday from 2 to 3 p.m. And we will get you out of there on time so that you can still go to the Alcasa Elementary PTSA Big Air event, which sounds really cool, and I'm kind of a little jealous. Might want to go myself. So we'll start off with a real quick couple questions where both Miguel and I will answer. Miguel is, did I tell you, I don't think I told them that you were a senior.
Yes,
right?
I'm a senior.
You're a senior.
Yes.
It's one of our first graduating class members here at OCASA College Prep. And I think the first question is, what do you like most about OCP? And then I'll answer that question too.
Cool. So, hey, I'm Miguel again. I want to be an engineer. Anyway, so what I like most about the school is just like the small size, really. We get to we have more teacher, like one-on-one time. You know, I could, like if I really needed to, I feel like I could just get a hold of my teachers better than like a regular public school.
Mm-hmm.
But along with that, I like the sense of community we have. Like saying, oh, we're a family, you know, that's kind of like everyone's heard that. That's what it feels like, you know, like there's 6th graders. They're kind of like my little brother. Like, you know, there's a 6th grader specifically, you know, Sebastian, right? He's pretty bright. He's always happy.
Yeah. He loves following you around too.
You know,
He's
so
a good kid.
I learn from them, you know, they learn from me. So that's what I really like about this school. I like the size and how, you know, everyone kind of knows each other.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're like a small little community.
I love that too. I love that like even as the principal, I know every student, I know their families. Their parents come to pick them up for a dentist office. I know who they are. And I think I agree, Miguel. I've been at a lot of places that have called themselves families. This is the most true like a family that I've seen.
It does. Though, adding on to that, because it really feels like my elementary school. Because like my principal, Miss Maurer, she knew everyone and she knew all their birthdays. Like that was a kind of a pretty decent sized elementary school.
Yeah. I don't know everybody's birthday.
Everyone, but she knew all of their friends. She knew all of their friends' birthdays. She knew where they. She was an amazing teacher. She was our principal. She really loved her job.
Yeah.
And on top of that, I also have really good relationship with the staff here.
Yeah.
I feel like that's very strong. You know, like Miss Lee, she helps me on a lot of things. You know,
Miss is our counselor.
She's the counselor. Miss Lee, the counselor, and then of course, you know, all of them, the staff. Like Mrs. Miller, she was very good. Like my math teacher, one of my favorite math teachers. And then you know, there's stuff like that. And then we have our new Miss Vogel. I feel like she's very passionate about teaching right now. That's what I like, you know.
Yeah. And you get to know each one of them, and it's pretty cool. Yeah. I think what I love about it too is also the family, but I also love, I love how we put out this. There's a lot of places that I've worked at that say we put students first, but it's true here. Like, there's a lot of bureaucracy and stuff that goes into school more often than we'd like to say, but that doesn't exist here. If we can really make it happen, we make it happen, even though I know there are times when I say no a lot, but
I understand. You're the principal.
I was kind of worried about safety, right?
Yes, we are still kids in the end. I'm 17. I'm not a...
So let's move to the next question, Miguel. What are your favorite experiences from OCP?
Favorite experiences for me when that's a good question. So originally when I got here, I was really new. You know, I grew up in Fontana for most of my life, like 15 years. So I was very sad that, you know, I left all my friends over there. But when I got to this new school, it was, you know, very interesting. I didn't know anyone, obviously. My my first period was Algebra 2. There was 4 people in that class. And I was like, which side am I on, right? I got up to the class. The right side of the class, which was 3 people, was pre-calc, and then the left side of which was just 4 people. That was a pretty funny experience. Like, really, this is the whole class? That's it? I'm like,
yep.
Oh, okay. Yep. And then Miss Miller, you know, and then there's James and Parr, so they were pretty rowdy.
Yep.
Anyway, so the experience was how do I put it? It's as if like I opened like a new gate. Honestly, like this school is the experience. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because like public school, you know, you show up, you go to school. Everyone's that you know what's going to happen. In this school is a little bit different, right?
Yeah.
Like, honestly, it feels like I'm opening the door to my room right?
Yeah.
That's what it feels like in the good sense, in the
It's just
professional
it's
sense.
comfort.
Obviously, this is not like I'm
Yep.
not gonna, this is in my room. I respect this place, but it's very comfortable, and that's
Yeah.
part of my favorite experiences. Event-wise, it definitely has to be prom.
Yeah,
I love
that was a
prom.
great
Was
prom.
very fun.
It was great.
It was on a yacht, right? Like,
Yeah,
that was pretty
yeah.
cool. And I won king. I didn't expect
You
it.
did.
I was
You're
like,
the
what?
prom king.
I
Yeah.
was the king.
Yeah.
And I'm the first king, which
That's
is pretty
that's
cool.
right. That's right. I
Yeah.
didn't even think about that, but you're right.
I know. That
Yeah.
was pretty cool.
That was
honestly.
cool.
That experience was very fun. And then of course all of our field trips.
Yeah.
Honestly, I love the events. Mainly our big events were very fun.
Do you one of my favorite events, which you weren't in this elective, so you didn't get to go, but when we took the kids we took a couple of electives, not this year but last year, to the Sawdust Festival. That was one of my first favorite experiences at OCP. And then I loved in the spring taking you guys to Universal Studios, because you were the film studies class. Remember last year?
I remember the Universal.
Yep, and we had
a fun trip.
Yep.
It was interesting.
It was pouring rain.
Oh, it was pouring.
Right?
It was cats and dogs. It was.
But it cleared up, and the good thing about Universal Studios is like a lot of the stuff is indoors. So you were
yes, exactly.
we were pretty good.
It was pretty cool. But you do make a good point. The rain was cool though.
Yeah,
like,
it was
made
cool.
It made it feel like real. It was like cinematic.
It was almost
like we were
cinematic. Yeah.
in the what is it? Honey drops? No, it was the candy place.
Okay.
From
and you just saw that downpour.
Yeah, oh, the downpour was so cool. That's
so it made you feel like it was in
it,
England.
It made me feel like I was in England. I was
Yeah.
wearing like a trench coat, and I had my umbrella, and I was
Yep.
walking through, and I was mysterious. It was so fun, I was with my friends there, with Ethan and Will.
And that was because you were studying film studies, where
Yes,
you
I was film
learned,
studies.
and you guys got to go on a pretty cool career tour,
Mhm.
right? Where you got to see kind of behind the scenes stage stuff.
Yes, that was all
Yep.
the other half. Not only did we go to Universal, we explored the back room, and the back
Yep.
room is a whole basically city, right, with its
Yeah.
own zip code, and
Yep.
it was beautiful. Honestly, yes.
It was cool.
Yeah, it was a trip, like a behind the scenes.
No, were you this year when we went to the California Science Center? I couldn't go, but
California science trip.
but did you guys go to USC? Were
USC,
you on
yes,
that trip?
We did.
So you did a bunch of college trips,
we
right?
did some college trips, and
Mhm.
one of it was to USC, University of Southern California. Right?
Yep.
It was a
Mhm.
private school. Very, 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 very cool. All this,
Mhm.
the campus was very beautiful.
Yeah.
And then also the museum. We went to the museum
Sure.
and then the campus. And
Was it cool to see the space shuttle?
we saw a space. We did.
Wasn't it huge? Yeah, you should have. Yeah,
I remember that. Did we see space shuttle?
I had to be. You did. You did.
I
Yeah.
probably 100% I did. We
Yeah,
saw
yeah.
a bunch of exhibits.
Bunch of stuff, right?
Basically, a bunch
Yeah.
of stuff at the museum. The drive was cool though. We were chilling. That was
Yep.
pretty calm. But once we got there, everyone was kind of excited. We were there with the middle schoolers as well.
Yeah.
That
mhm.
was pretty fun. Yeah.
What would you like? What kind of kid? Like, what do you think is important to be successful here? Like, if people are choosing schools,
Mhm.
what kind of kid would be happy here?
So, I think I gotta get answer to this one. So, a kid that would be very good at the school,
Mhm.
someone, more importantly, someone who can get to know people,
Mhm.
and learn to be around people, and learn
Mhm.
to communicate with people. At my old public school, I had my friends, and that's it, right?
Mhm.
Rarely did I engage with others. Obviously I did because I consider myself very social. But it was me and my 5 core friends, and basically all 12 years. I
Yeah.
was from elementary to high school till 11th grade till I
Mhm.
left. It was the same group of friends,
Mm-hmm.
right? It was a little morphed, but basically the same,
Mm-hmm.
right? In this, I have exponentially more
Yeah.
people I know, right?
So
More
it's a
people I
smaller
care about.
place, but
Smaller
you have
place,
more
a
friends.
lot more people I know,
Yeah.
right? And a lot different generations, different
Mhm.
like age, like 6th graders, right?
Yeah.
I consider them my friends, right? I look after them. I really hope they do good at
Yeah.
school. And,
You are like an older brother to a lot of kids. there.
essentially,
Yeah.
yes, and I
Yeah.
try to be. As an older brother, I have a younger brother, Ethan.
Well, and that is what some parents have questioned us about. Like,
Mhm.
how does it? Now, I've worked. Most of my
that's a
career
good
has been at
question.
a 7th through 12th grade school, so
Mhm.
I'm used to it. But I mean, how would you describe the interaction? Because some people are like, "Wait, my 6th grader is going to go to school with a senior."
Oh, this was pretty funny. I also questioned this. I did not believe it. I believe that no, I should not be near a 6th grader. I should not be near 7th or 8th grader.
Mhm.
Right? I feel like the amount of maturing you do from like 9th to 12th is pretty,
It's huge.
pretty
Yeah.
big.
hmm
6th grader, dude.
It's like
completely
decades
understandable.
below you.
Decades.
Yeah.
At 6th grade, I was wondering like, oh, I don't know.
what Roblox you wanted to play, right?
What am I playing today? Today I'm wondering, am I going to get this 50 grand scholarship or not? You know,
Right.
what am I doing?
Mm-hmm.
You know, do I work today? You know, which job am I going to get? Like,
Yeah.
That's completely different.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'm at a point where I have to start like giving up. Like, here you go. Here's some rent money.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, but so I wasn't a fan of it. But as I got into it, as I learned that I could actually probably be a very good benefit to them.
Mm-hmm. You are.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. You know, they can learn from me. You know, hopefully, as much as they can.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's what it is. I feel like in the end, as I learned, I feel like it's very good.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. Fortunately, we haven't had any like. There's always going to be a bad egg, you know. That's
well,
good.
there's always everybody needs a chance to learn right choices,
exactly.
right? How to make better choices.
Yeah, like, you don't mess up. How are you going to learn? So that's what I think about. I feel like it's in the end, it's really good. This is a really cool thing and a new experience for me.
And you guys kind of operate like I like to say, you guys are like cousins. You know, you kind of
exactly right. Yeah.
Even though despite the age difference, there's not. I mean, there's you all eat separately. Like you don't really hang out with the sixth graders, but.
I have some classes with them, which is pretty funny.
Right.
Like, I don't take like physics with the.
It's the electives that
it's mainly the electives. You're right. Yeah. It's like
Yeah.
yearbook and they're like film. I don't have film. I have yearbook, but in yearbook it's a bunch of sixth graders, seventh, eighth graders, and then high school. Like high school's in one category, and then there's sixth, seventh, and eighth.
Right. Right.
Right. You know that's pretty cool. But yeah, like at lunch, I'm with my high school friends.
Yeah.
Right. There's only 3 of us seniors. And then
in the yearbook class,
in the yearbook.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, that's there.
Well, Miguel, I mean, I pulled you aside while you were hanging out in the office waiting for your time to go to your college class. So I appreciate you volunteering or at least accepting the invitation to do this real quick podcast. All right. Well, everybody, this is one of our precious seniors that we're gonna get super sentimental about in the next couple of months because it's gonna be our last time together. I know. We're going to fly off into the world.
It's going to be scary, but we'll see. Hopefully
you'll be great. It'll be great. You've already gotten 4 college acceptances? Is that... It feels like 4.
It's 3.
It's 3.
So
I missed
Fullerton, Long Beach. That's actually 2, my bad.
Okay.
And then I've heard, Fullerton, Cal State, LA.
Yep.
And then I've heard from Long Beach, and they said no.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, they're lost.
They were like, oh, no. I was like, oh, really?
They probably already knew you got accepted to Fullerton. They're like...
I heard it's because they're impacted, because a lot of people want to be like...
In that, depends on their field, yeah.
That's what I heard.
But yeah. That's awesome, though. And then we're still waiting for a couple more.
A lot more, yeah. We're still waiting for every UC. I haven't heard back from any
and then
of
we're
them.
waiting for the financial aid packages.
Exactly, yes.
So.
And I do fast food.
All right. So we're just excited to watch your future unfold, Miguel, and we're really glad to have you here.
Cool. Thank you very much.
All right. And that ends our podcast for our community, for OCP, and for Ocasa Elementary 5th graders. So thank you, everybody, for listening.
Mm-hmm.
Take care. Bye.
Toodles.